somebody stop me. I can't stop doing edges. I promise this will be the last one for a while. I just, after that video the other day, I just started playing around in my mind, and I wanted to try some different things. And so I want to just share it with you guys. Just a few minutes more of edging, and I promise I'll be done, but I just can't stop. And then we're going to get into some sign carvers of the day at the end. But here's what was kind of going over in my mind. If I take this this flapper disc, and rather than going, you know, indeterminate, I like things that have patterns to them. And maybe it's just me. It's just like I've got to have some type of balance and symmetry and patterns and consistency. And the whole freeform thing and the rustic edge, that's great. It's good, and sometimes it looks great to me. But most of the time I want consistency, and I want some kind of a pattern. So here's what I played with this morning. I'm going to take, and I'm just going to draw some lines on the board here. I'm just doing this
willy-nilly?
Yeah, just kind of willy-nilly. But if I draw lines on the board, and then I take you can do it with any of them, and I'll show you the difference. But I'm going to use my little flapper sander deal, and this is what we're going to do. A lot of smoke. It kind of burns and grinds at the same time. But I did this, I played with this, and I kind of loved the way it looked. Now you could take and you could torch this.
Just a little bit more. It's
this way?
Kind of like glare, I'm trying to figure out.
It's probably all the sawdust and smoke in the air.
Yeah.
But and you're not wearing your mask either. I don't know what happened to your mask. Anyway. So you can see it kind of leaves even though I even messed up here a little bit, I was able to kind of still keep kind of a uniform pattern to it. So the ones that I played with, let me show you. Yeah, I know oh, that's right. I actually sprayed them and sanded them off. So this is kind of what it looks like. And the cool thing is, even when you sand it off, and you might hit these if they're high, you can just touch them up with a Sharpie. Now on this edge here, this was done with the wire wheel, where I was going kind of horizontal with that knotted wire wheel, which is this one here. And it leaves kind of more of a rough edge. But this one I actually did the ends and the edges, and
I hope I can get that.
Hopefully it'll come through. And here's some other things that I did. So this is going horizontal with the chainsaw one, the actual chainsaw disc. So you can see how much contour there is there. You really have to be careful, otherwise you can go clear through the board. But that was the same kind of thing with the chainsaw part. Then I decided, well, I'm going to try some other things. So I tried the chainsaw, and I made big scallops with the chainsaw. In fact, that one kind of went off on me a little bit, but I don't know if you can get that. So I just decided to see what I can do with that chainsaw with the scallops. But you could also do the same thing. And then the other one, well, that's the flap disc that I did the other day. Oh, here we go. Here is what I did. I'm just calling this kind of a crisscross. So what I did was I went, a pattern consistently one way and then kind of at a 45, and then I went back the other way with a 45. Gives kind of a cool texture on there. But again, I like things that have got a pattern and consistency and some symmetry. Now here's the crisscross with the wire, where I went one way and then I went back and went the other way. I don't like it that much, honestly. I really like this though. I think that pattern right there. I don't even know that I would, if I'd spray it black, I don't know if it would come out as well. I might just, I might play around with a torch and try and burn it, but that leaves a really neat pattern there. So, I think that is it. I showed the scallops. I showed that. I showed that. Yeah, I think that is it. I promise, guys, this is the last. I'm just kind of obsessed with this. But I promise I won't do any more videos on this for a while. So we're going to come right back and do a bunch of sign carvers of the day. So stay with us. Alright guys, so I promise I will get an intervention and stop doing edges. I'm kind of obsessed with it right now. But anyway, I hope that was kind of informational for you. Just get some of those things and play with it. And there's so many different things that you can do with it. And I'm still learning. There's a lot of stuff out there that I want to do more of. Alright, so let's get into the sign carvers of the day. First we have Don Borden. We actually interviewed him, last week was it? I think we did. This is really a cool little set of signs that he did. The whole pet thing is really a huge market that can be gone after. Charles Jett, first paid business sign. Beautiful cedar, live edge cedar. Gorgeous job, Charles. I love that style too. Carson Carter. I'm going to turn these around. This was made out of 2x6 cedar planks. Not sure exactly how big it is, or does it say on there? It might say.
24 by 24.
Yeah, there's a lot of big signs. In today's group, there's a lot of big signs. Great job, Carson. Another big sign, Tom Cole up in Canada.
That's
A
cool.
lot of color. That's a lot of painting. A lot more than I'd want to do. Great job, Tom. I've talked to Tom many times. Here's another big one, Dave Leffler. Is that Leffler?
It's like a first sign project.
Yeah,
Nice.
beautiful job. Very nice. Glenn Fournier. I love this little logo. Kind of a cross between Rams and Joe Weider for the old, or Arnold Schwarzenegger from the old bodybuilding days. That was Joe Weider's famous stance. Stephen
Humble.
Humble.
I think. Well, that's not the way he did
Need to
that.
stand up. That is really a cool sign. I love the way he did the background in there. I made this end of the sign the actual shape of the rose. Great job, Stephen. Beautiful. This one's cool. Greg from Grumpy Man Signs down in Florida. He said this is for an 84-year-old man that loves his weed. That's what he said. So, yeah. Whatever it takes, I guess. David May. This is for his nephew. 8.5 by 15, made out of pine.
Keep your Sparty on.
Yeah,
Very cool.
very cool. This is Mary Nasby. Steve, her husband, they actually both came out here last year for the seminar. And Mary's starting to carve signs too.
Good job, Mary.
Yeah, good job, Mary. Getting lessons from a great sign carver, her husband Steve. Bob Martin. This wood, check out the grain of that wood. That wood he calls koa, which if I remember right, isn't Bob over in Australia or New Zealand? I want to say Bob's from Australia. I'm sure somebody will correct me on that. But beautiful, beautiful. I love the grain of that wood. And Pete, last but not least, Peter Trentacost. This one, pretty cool. Kind of left it, left some of the black on there to give it kind of an aged look, which is stuff that I've done that many times. Really cool. All right, we'll come back and we'll spread all these out. All right, guys, there's another dozen sign carvers of the day. Congratulations to everybody. Just great looking signs, you guys. Just really, really good stuff. So appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Questions, obviously. Send me questions if you've got any. Eric@makerwoodsign.com. And we will see you guys again on Monday. We'll have something else for you, probably coffee and questions on Monday. And hope everybody has a great weekend. So don't forget, if you have questions, Eric@makerwoodsign.com or Vicky with DaveSigns@gmail.com. Gosh, I stumbled again. Dadgummit. Anyway, it's the smoke. That's what it is. The smoke and the sawdust. All right, so that is it. We got some pretty good projects coming up and some really exciting stuff coming up in the next few weeks. So hope you guys stay with us. We will see you guys on Monday. Bye.